Guys, welcome to our down streaming series. I promise you that this series, wow, it's going to be very comprehensive. And by the end of this series, guys, wow, you're going to be able to become a down streaming ninja. Now, I'm going to put this up for you guys here. What you're seeing on the screen is our house washing system. Step number 1, connect to water supply. Number 2, home and plant protection, something you see us do a lot when we're out in the field. Number 3, you're going to do a walkthrough. Number 4, the 5 around. Of course, you guys hear me talk about this all the time. Marketing, picking up the neighbors when you guys are out there actually doing the jobs. Number 5 is when we're actually doing the house itself. We're going to spray our hot sauce, then rinse it off. Number 6, this is when we get the client and do a final walkthrough with them. And then finally, number 7 is we collect payment. And then finally, number 8, we ask for that awesome 5-star Google review. Don't worry, guys. I am going to, throughout this series, we're going to be talking a lot about this house washing system. You don't have to write this down right now, because basically every single one of these episodes that we're going to be doing out in the field together is going to be about the 8-step approach, this system, house washing system, so you guys can get out there. Because remember, guys, it's all about that quality of service. Gonna help you tremendously out there with your branding. Also, these videos are going to be a little bit longer than most of my videos, because guys, there's going to be very little editing. It's going to be all with the GoPro, because I want you guys right there. I want you guys inches away from that wall with me. I want you guys to feel like you're washing that house with me. And then, so, you know, I'm not doing any time-lapse video or anything like that. And then also, in this intro, I'm going to show you guys how I make my house washing mix. So I'm going to use the same intro for all the videos, because, you know, otherwise it's going to get very, very, very boring for you guys, because it's going to be repetitive. But all you got to do is copy this formula exactly. Of course, if you want to know more about the chemicals and everything that we use, watch episode 10. But I'm going to show you guys today how I batch mix my house mix. Now, most of you guys, like 95% of you guys, are going to be batch mixing. When you batch mix, it just means that you are actually pre-making the house solution that you're going to need for that day. And what I recommend you guys as new guys is you're going to need about 10 gallons of mix per house. So if you have 3 houses to wash that day, I would recommend you make about 30 gallons of mix. And then also, as a new guy, do not make mix for multiple days. I recently had one of you guys reach out to me and said that you had pre-made your house mix for 2 weeks. That's a big mistake, because, you know, this SH, guys, it does not last forever. It loses strength. So you want to make sure that you're making your mix no later than, let's say, no more than 2 or 3 days at a time. So the mix you make for Monday should last you Monday, Tuesday, maybe. By Wednesday, you're making new mix. So let's get into this. Now, in order to make your mix, you're going to need one of these. It doesn't have to be metal like mine. This is a cooking cup, okay? A measuring cup. You're just going to order that on Amazon. It costs like, I think I paid like $5 or $6 for this. I chose metal just because, you know, I drop stuff all the time and I don't want it to break. But anyway, so this is what I refer to when I'm telling you a cup. So a cup of surfactant. Now, the surfactant I use right here, you can see it, is Snapmonade. I mentioned this, I don't even know how many times now. If you use a different surfactant, that's fine. Okay, if you use Eliminator or Southern Draw from 𝐒𝐄𝐑, that's fine, as long as you are using a professional commercial grade surfactant. Again, the one that I use is Snapmonade. We order this in like 5-gallon pails. I have probably right now here at the shop about 40 or 50 gallons of this stuff. So here you go. So when you're going to batch mix, this is a 55-gallon vertical tank. Now, today we're going to be downstreaming 4 houses, okay? 4 houses. So I'm going to make 30 gallons. Now, here's the thing. I only actually need about 25 gallons. That's really what I rock. That's really what I take out into the field with me on a daily basis, is about 25 gallons of pre-made mix. You guys are going to need a little bit more like I explained, but I always like to take a little bit extra because 6, 7 out of 10 times I'm picking up neighbors. So you guys got to take that into account. In your case, I am using my hose here, my transfer pump hose, but in you guys' case, you're actually going to carry like the gallon jugs. Make sure that you carry a little bit extra with you in case you miscalculated and you need to make some mix on the fly. And then also if you pick up the neighbor, okay? So anyway, I've already put in this tank right here in the back here, I've already put 15 gallons of SH. Remember, SH, guys, stands for sodium hypochlorite, aka bleach. Now, you're going to make what's called a 50-50 mix. So that means that the mix is going to be half water and half bleach. In my case here, I am making 30 gallons of pre-made mix, batch mixing, okay? So I've already put in this tank right here, guys. The tank was bone dry. So what I did already is I put 15 gallons of SH in here. Okay, you guys got that? It's got 15 gallons of SH. I need 30 gallons. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to fill this up. All I got to do is turn this on right here. You guys can see here, look, nothing but water. You see that? Now I'm running nothing but water. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see this on screen right here, but I got a little black line here where my hand is. Anyway, that's the 30-gallon mark right there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, this is very important, your surfactant, you're going to put a cup for every 10 gallons, okay? A cup for every 10 gallons. Actually really easy math, right, guys? So you see me here, look. Again, this is snot monade, cherry-scented snot monade. So there you go. 1, that's 1 cup. 2 right here. I love this stuff, guys. The reason why I don't use a lemonator is because to me, a lemonator smells too much like bleach. And this right here, oh man, guys, if you guys get the cherry scented, oh man, guys, it smells like cherry Kool-Aid. You guys remember drinking Kool-Aid as kids? So anyway, that's my third right there. And that's it right there, guys. So remember, you're using a cup, a measuring cup for every 10 gallons of mix. So if I was making 50 gallons, it would be 5 cups. If I was making 20 gallons, it'd be 2 cups. If I was making 25 gallons, it'd be 2.5 cups. If I was making 35 gallons, it would be 3.5 cups. So that's super easy. And then you gotta, I'm about like half an inch away from reaching my mark here of 30 gallons and my mix is done. So I'm gonna hold this right here. Again, look, just water. And this is what's called a 50-50, and that's it, that's done. So there you have it, guys. This is the same mix. Now, on this truck, I have a roof pump, and I can transfer. I have a metering system, and I can transfer chemicals as needed. But of course, you guys starting out, you're not gonna have that. 99% of you guys are gonna be batch mixing, and that's how you're gonna do it, guys. 50-50 mix. Half water, half bleach, and then you're going to put 1 cup of surfactant for every 10 gallons of mixture. And then the final thing I'm going to leave you with is this. If you are getting your bleach at Walmart or Home Depot, you're going to run that straight. You guys got that? If you're getting at Home Depot or Lowe's, you're going to run that straight because you cannot trust what that ratio says on a bottle. More likely, if it says 10% or 11% or 12%, whatever it says on a bottle, expect it to be a lot less than that because, again, guys, you don't know how long that's been sitting in a warehouse somewhere, right? My SH gets delivered to me every Monday fresh. And then that whole week, we go through 500-600 gallons of SH, and then on Monday they deliver another 500-600 gallons for me. So we're always using brand spanking new fresh SH. So I recommend you guys do that. You're gonna run it straight if you're getting it from Lowe's or Home Depot. But if you're getting commercial grade SH, like from a chemical supply company or maybe a pressure washing supply company, something along those lines where you know your SH is really good and it's strong, then you're gonna wanna cut it because you'll be spraying 2 like chemical that is too strong, and then plus you're going to be going through a lot of chemicals. So there you have it, guys. This is how I make my mix. Guys, I do not change my mix for nothing. This is how every single one of my trucks goes out every day, and we use the same mix. Remember, quality comes from consistency, guys. So get out there, work this system, and make sure that above everything else, you do it exactly as I tell you, because you're going to be able to reach that same quality as well. Now let's get out there and wash some houses. Okay guys, we got everything here in this house ready to go. As you can see right here, we got all of our boxes taped up, all of our electrical outlets all around the property. Of course, step number one of the system, you see my flex sealer right there, connect to water supply. It's already done. And then we taped up the ring camera and all the outlets all around the house. And we're actually here to do concrete cleaning and house wash combo, something I talk a lot about. 150 bucks on the driveway, $2.99 on the house. Okay, you guys got that? But there's really nothing to see back there. It's actually pretty clean. This side's pretty clean. It's dirty a little bit up here. Now let me show you. Let me see if you can see this really well on camera. Up there, right below the roof line right there. Right where I'm pointing right there is a little bit green, and then this wall here, you guys see it. I mean, actually let's walk up there so you can see a lot of algae here on this side. So that's why we're gonna start on this side. I've only been here for a couple minutes. You guys see full of algae all the way up. We're gonna start here on this side, but first let's do our 5 arounds together. Okay, so when you do your 5 around, you want to do the neighbor to the left, neighbor to the right, and the 3 neighbors in front. So let's go ahead and do this together. 5 around. And you know, mentioning 5 around, that's how we originally picked up this customer here where we are. This is the 3rd time now that we are doing the same customer. And I remember the first time it was me. The second time I don't know who it was. And then just so happened that I'm here the 3rd time. But she doesn't get it done every year. It's like every other year around there. Here you go. Her and I were trying to figure out when was the last time I was here. It's been a minute. For me, it's been at least 6, maybe 7 years since I did her house. But she said the last time somebody came, it was a younger guy. She doesn't know who it was. So, but there you go. Just like that. And you know, if you're working a system, if you have a system for yourself, and as part of your system you don't have marketing incorporated into your system, then you're not working the right system, right? Because I was saying, you know, how I originally got this customer was because of a 5 around. I remember I drove through this neighborhood and I put these 6x9 postcards in every single dirty house here in this neighborhood. There you go. Just like that. One left, which is going to go to the right side. So remember, left side, right side. I think here I did 4. Let me see. 1, 2. I might have done 4 here on this side instead of 3, but the bottom line is you want to do left side, right side, and then a 3 in the front. Okay, there you go. And then we're gonna, when we get back, we're gonna turn our machine on and go. The driveway I'm gonna do off camera because I'm really not trying to make this one over an hour long for you guys. Even though you guys understand this, you know, you're adults. You understand that what I have here, what I'm building, Power Washing Academy, and you know, my videos are going to be longer because you know, I'm not here to entertain you guys, even though I think you guys are entertained by the channel, but the real purpose of the channel is for you guys to learn. This one says no soliciting, so we won't put on that one. So there you have it. All right, so this is very important because You know, my goal is to teach you guys. Now, if in the process of teaching you, I also entertain you guys and you guys crack up once in a while because of the stuff that I say, then that's cool. But the goal of the channel is for you guys to learn. So I'm gonna put this one flyer away. We're gonna turn the machine on. Let's do that together. I've already got what is it called, the dipsticks already in the sauce. You guys remember the solution that we made? I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see this really well, the little black line. You guys remember? I mean, the solution is, we've used like, I don't know, 10 gallons so far, almost nothing. Do a couple houses. Let's turn this on. And I was saying, I took the dipstick out of the water and I put it in a solution already. So remember, step number 1 of the system is you want to connect to water supply. Step number 2, plant home protection. That's what all the blue tape is about. Didn't have any plants or anything here that I needed to move. Okay, you always want to start at a corner when you're doing downstreaming. I don't have soap just yet, but here in a second or so, you guys see it? Boom, there it is. I have that hot sauce. You always want to start in a corner, just like so, and work your way over, little by little, just like that. All right, ooh, right there, just like that. Bam. Like that. So step number 1, connect to water supply. Number 2, home and plant protection. Then I did a walk around to see what it was that I was doing. I confirmed with the woman, you know, the homeowner, that I was, you know, here to do the house and the driveway for her. You know, she had her car parked in the driveway, so, you know, she had to move that for us. And then step number 4 we did together, which is the 5 rounds, right? And again, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say one part of the system is more important than the sum of all the parts, right? But that's what makes a system good, is all the parts are integrated into each other to serve a greater purpose, right? And the purpose of the step number 4, 5 rounds, to get customers, as I mentioned there, you know, that's how we originally picked up this custom, was because of a 6x9 postcard. So you guys want to make sure that you're doing that. You saw how I do it. And guys, you know, that's why it's a system, because I do this at every single job I go to, no matter what. No matter what. You guys see here what I was saying about not turning the gun off? You see that? Pulling my line with my left hand, that's off screen, that you guys can't see. And then using my right hand to keep my gun on, help you save time. You know, I save, let's say, you know, 10-15 minutes every house because of these little techniques that we're talking about, that we're teaching in this series, right? Not wasting too much time saucing up a wall. That's one of the biggest mistakes that beginners make. Also switching tips too often, right? Like I'm about to switch to my shooter tip. Now we're gonna go all the way back to the front of the house with the shooter tip, right? To get the last 1.5 feet of this house. Shooter tip. Look at that, I'm all the way on the other side of the yard here, about 40 feet away from where that's shooting. Clean the vents up there really good. And remember what I was saying about wasting too much time saucing up a wall. You know, the solution, guys, has a dwell time, reaction time. It's not immediate, right? We've talked about this a lot. It's going to take 10 to 15 minutes minimum for it to do what it do. Do what it do, baby. And, you know, So don't sit on that wall. Don't sit on that wall for too long. You know, thinking, oh, it's still dirty. And no, that's not how the solution works at all. You got that dwell time. You need that solution to sit a little bit. Let it do its thing. And the other thing I was gonna say is, you know, not turning the gun off, and then that's very important. A lot of people, you know, that's one of the biggest mistakes they make, is constantly turning the gun on and off. Switching tip is the other one. You want to try to do that a couple times during the entire house wash, not dozens and dozens and dozens of times. No, you're doing something wrong if that is what's happening. All right, right there. No, the sun's right there, guys. I'm sorry, but it's high noon, as they call it, right? High noon where I am. And I was saying, guys, you know, make sure you're working the system. Actually, I wanted to bring something up that reminded me of something. Okay, as you guys are watching this house wash, you know, you guys are already pretty much, since this is the 3rd episode, you guys are getting what's happening. You guys understand fully what's going on, right? But what I wanted to talk to you about is, I had a guy email me, and I asked him for permission if I could put his name. I never got a response, so I won't mention the person, but I'm gonna try to put up here for you guys the question that he answered me, which I think is an interesting one I wanted to talk to you guys about on video. Here's the question right here. So he wanted to know, how come other content creators, I guess he watches, you know, I'm sure you guys do too, watch other content creators. He wanted to know why other content creators don't cover up the things like I do. I guess they don't cover up the Verizon box and the outlets and stuff. And he wanted to know, you know, if that was 100% necessary, you know, because he's watching other content creators, and it seems that I might be one of the few content creators out there that does that. And what I'm going to tell you is very important, because guys, it's not even 100%, it's 1,000%. Home protection and plant protection is one of the most important parts, if not the most important part, of a house wash. Because, you know, you might do an awesome job doing the house wash, but if you fry their internet or their electrical box or whatever, then the awesome job that you did is not going to seem so awesome now, right? I'm going to tell you guys a quick story. A few years back, not a few, it's been more than 5 years ago, I did a house, okay? And as soon as I started doing it was the right side of the house, right side of the garage actually. As soon as I started working, the homeowner came out and said, hey, what happened? You know, my electricity went out. We went into his garage, and his breaker box was basically on fire. Like, it had a bunch of smoke and sparks coming out of it, and you know, it was 100%, it was my chemical that caused that, right? So I was very fortunate, we were fortunate that nothing major happened, you know, didn't catch on fire or anything. And you know, I didn't finish the house wash there, and we sent an electrician there to fix the problem. I paid for the electrician. Let's do this concrete here, guys. Remember this, I'm gonna do off camera, because I'm not really trying to make this video all that long. But imagine, guys, if that house would have caught fire. I mean, just imagine. You know, yes, we have insurance and all that, but imagine ending up on the news, you know, the 10 o'clock news or whatever, because you burned down somebody's house because you didn't know what you were doing, right? So it's not 100% that you have to do that. It's 1,000%. It's the most important part of the system is home and plant protection, because that can end your career. That can end your business. It can completely crush your business. And I don't want to see you guys, you know, lose your livelihood, or, you know, you work so hard, you invest in marketing and your time, and you guys lose all of that because of a, you know, dumb mistake, you know. Still got a little bit of green up there. We'll knock that out with our shooter tip. And now, so in order to discuss this further, you know, in question, in terms of like the content creators, now why is it that other content creators in a space are not doing this? I don't know the answer to that question. I don't know, you know, why they're not doing it. But I can tell you this right now, guys, without fail, if you do not cover up people's things, you will damage it. Okay? And what those content creators aren't telling you is they're not telling you the situations where, you know, these things are happening to them. They're not talking about that, right? Because not everything you see on the internet is real. You guys already know that, right? And I got tired myself. I got tired. 1 year, for example, you know, we fried what, about a dozen or so, 16 I think, of those ring cameras. Well, it's expensive having to, you know, buy people's ring cameras. And then guess what, once you fry somebody's ring camera, yeah, you can, it's $100. You're doing a $300 wash, there goes $100, right? But also that person's never gonna hire you ever again. Look at that, guys, I'm reaching the peak of the house all the way up there. And it's a little bit windy as well. Actually, it's very windy. Gotta find the right angle. Ah, there it is. There you go. Really dirty right here by this windowsill right here. So, I'm telling you straight up, guys, I mean, everything that I do, there's a reason behind why I do it, right? And if you're gonna be applying solution SH to people's homes, you know, you got to make sure that you protect that home against the effects of the solution, because if you don't, you're going to damage a lot of things. And I have, you know, that's why we're having this conversation. Like, I mean, I could sit here, guys, and tell you stories about things that we've damaged from, you know, people. I just give you the example there of the box. Oh, by the way, before we finish talking about that, so I'm already on phase 2 of the house washing system. You know, phase 1 is you're just soaping everything up. Right now I am on phase 2, which is the touch-up. That's all I'm doing. I'm not trying to redo the whole entire wall. All I'm doing in phase 2 is I'm just hitting spots that still kind of look kind of funky, like they're a little bit more resilient to my solution. Right there. Let me see here in the back, because the right side of the house is perfect. Nothing there. And again, guys, pay attention to how, like, I rarely, very rarely do I turn the gun off. Pay attention to that. Go out and practice that. Very rarely. That's how come I'm able to really save a lot of time during my house washes, because I'm not constantly turning the gun on and off and switching tips, you know, a lot. Only if I absolutely have to. There you go. That one corner right there was really the worst part. Right where the thing's hitting right there. But that's done. And then all the way up there on the, what's that thing called? The fascia board. All the way up there. But, you know, I'm telling you, just do it. Plant protection, home protection, you know, tape up the things like I teach you guys, and you're never gonna run into those issues. I promise you, you'll never, ever have any issues. Oh, that was really dirty right there where I'm shooting. Completely done. There you have it. Change to fan tip, so I want to do the ceiling there, but I have to be careful because I don't want to get too much on the camera. I don't want to get the camera wet. Right? Right here. There you go. Done. All right, guys, we're done with the soap phase. Now we just got to rinse. What I'm going to do is I'm going to walk to the truck, and I'm going to take the dipstick out of the sauce, and I'm going to put it in the water, and I'll catch you guys on the other side. Guys, quick announcement. I've created a digital product called Mr. Bubbles Business in a Box. Check this out. Okay, so the Mr. Bubbles Business in a Box is actually a thumb drive that we're going to send to you guys to your physical address. And when you get this thumb drive, you're going to see a folder that's called Box in it. And then when you open it, you're going to see all of these files right here, guys, all of these folders. And guys, this thing has over 500 files, anything and everything I've ever created from my business. So all of the blueprints, training modules, documents, all of the things that you guys constantly email me about, you know, your pricing PDF, your for example, you know, your marketing blueprints, anything that you could need for your business is in here. That's why we call it a business in a box. One of the things that I really like about this is, guys, check out all of these pictures. So you have a total of 300 before and after pictures that you guys can add to your website and your Facebook and your Google My Business. And check this out. So there's a folder called Google SEO. And the pictures already have the SEO words in them. And this one photo right here has over 300. This specific folder has 190 pictures, but all in all, it's over 300 pictures. Look at some of these pictures, guys. Amazing before and afters pictures for you guys to be able to add to all of your social medias and whatnot. This is going to help you get a lot of customers. And of course, your edible postcards are on here. And then finally, you got training videos on here as well, guys. Like, for example, the video on how to optimize your Google My Business, the Mr. Bubbles. You got several videos. So they're like training modules. You got all the PDFs. The bottom line, guys, is this. This is going to help you with your business. So don't miss out. Make sure that you email us so you can get your business in a box today. In order to get your business in a box, you just got to hit the link in the description of this video. And I say this all the time on the channel, guys. The more you know, the more you grow. That's how come I decided to create this business in a box, because it has everything in there you need to be able to grow your business. And I really, really believe that this is going to be a game changer for you. Guys, you do not want to miss out on this one. Okay, guys, remember when you first switch to water, you're still gonna have about 30 seconds of solution in your line. So I'm touching up anything that still kind of looks a little funky a little bit. There you go. And within the next 10 seconds or so, it's just gonna be nothing but water coming out. But, and it's not like, you know, I wanna clarify this. It's not like content creators are trying to lie to you or anything like that. It's that we're all focused on positivity, guys. You know, not bringing up too many negative situations. And when we are recording for you guys, we want to show you the best stuff. You know what I mean? The best content. And then also, you know, if you're watching a video of a content creator, right? And, you know, he's making, you know, videos that are 10 minutes long or 5 minutes long. That's just not enough time to really show you everything that's going on with that. Does that make sense? Like, you guys are watching my series here. I mean, these episodes are no editing, basically. I'm just, you know, recording and taking the different clips, putting them together, and here you are. Very little editing. I mean, I decided for this series, you know, if I get photobombed by customers, you guys are going to see it. In the past, I've turned the camera off or I edit it out. You know, when I get photobombed by customers, they come out and ask questions, or or people that honk, and you know, neighbors that come out and stuff like that, guys, like, you're gonna catch all of it. You're gonna get to see my real-time reaction for everything. And so, you know, if you're watching someone's channel and their content is 8 minutes long, I mean, there's only so much you can put on there, right? And I'm not saying that's a good thing or a bad thing. Already did all of these, and this house is not too high, so I'm gonna do it with my fan tip, shooter tip number 5, and my fan tip is 4040, the part number. All right, and I'm not knocking it, and I'm not saying it's good or bad. All I'm saying is it's different. I mean, my channel, the Mr. Bubbles channel, is a how-to channel. It's not a entertainment channel, not a political channel, right? It's not a movie review channel. It's a how-to channel where we teach you how to downstream a house, or how to wash a fence or a deck, how to wash a roof. I remember that a couple weeks ago we did a video, house roof combo. Remember that? Where one episode was the house, and then the next one I did the roof. And then a couple episodes after that, it was the first episode of the series was the woman's sister. The one that I call the dirtiest house ever. It was actually episode 140. Just go check it out if you haven't already. The first episode of this series was the house, you know, right next to that horse farm thing. I'm just watering this plant because it's right here. It's pretty much the only plant on the property. There you go. Plant protection, home and plant protection. So, you know, my goal for this series was you guys learn the Mr. Bubbles house washing system, because guys, think about this. It's not the same thing for me to tell you about it and send you an email as it is for you guys to see it in action, right? And that's what you guys are seeing here, like the ins and outs of the system that you guys are also going to implement in your company to have success. There you go, look at that. And I mean, that plant there barely got a solution, and then in the middle of that plant is a big ass weed, so not even that worried about it. I promise you guys, if you guys go out there and you follow my blueprints, right, follow my system, man, you guys are gonna make some money. You guys are going to make some money. Here we go. The only thing left is the front of the house, guys. That's it. That quick. And you see, I didn't take any shortcuts. I didn't, you know, I didn't not do like parts of the system. For example, the 5-around. I did every single thing in the system. That's what makes it a system, right? Doesn't matter that if it's me or one of my guys have to work the system, because that's where the quality of the work comes from, and that level of consistency, right? Up windows here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. There you go. 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. There you go. Just like that. Ooh, right here. Cobwebs. So that's why I think that, you know, I always say this, I'm very proud of what you and I have built here on YouTube, because it's a true how-to channel, right? And, you know, I'm coming up, guys, by the way, you know, I'm 2 weeks away from my 1-year anniversary of Mr. Bubbles, the Mr. Bubbles channel. on YouTube. And that's all you guys. You guys have helped me grow this channel. You guys, you know, put the stuff out there on Facebook and stuff, and you share the videos, and the growth of the channel has happened because of you guys, right? And I appreciate you for that. Only thing left, guys, is that to rinse the porch a little bit, and then that plant, I'm gonna put about 25-30 seconds of water on that plant. There you go, just like that. And the porch here is not that dirty. And you guys got to remember, I got to do the concrete here, so I'll finish the porch when I do the concrete. There you go, water the plant from over here. Look at that. Plant and home protection. So I recommend, you know, I tell you guys this, you know, eventually at some point you're going to develop your own system, but between now and then, use what I've given you as a starting off point, as a jumping off point, until you get enough experience behind you where you can develop your own system for yourself, right? There you go, that looks pretty good. That's pretty good. There you go. Another one on the books. Next thing I'm gonna do here, guys, is I'm gonna do this off camera. You already saw I sprayed the concrete, and you know, of course, you know, we're gonna talk about this in greater detail in our concrete cleaning series that's coming up in about 2 months. But you saw that this is how I pre-treated it with my house mix. Then I'm gonna do what's called cutting, where I'm gonna cut out the border with my white tip, my 40-degree tip. Then I'm going to surface clean it, then I'm gonna rinse it. And then finally, I am going to add concrete brightener to it. But there you have it, guys. Look at that. Wow. Guys, downstreaming, 6%. Make every house look like this, and you guys are going to go very far. Remember, this is a 200... Ooh, excuse me. This, guys, just remember this. You're going to make a lot of money in this business. But, here's the but. You have to be a professional at what you do, right? You can make $300-400 in an hour. I remember when I first got here, I looked at my watch. I mean, it's taking me 35 minutes to do this house, 40 minutes. With the driveway, I'll be here for a little over an hour. And that's with all this lollygagging that I'm doing here with the camera and all that. If I didn't have a camera with me, I'd already be halfway through this driveway right now. All right? So make sure, guys, get out there, follow the system, make that money. Also, stay glued to the Mr. Bubbles channel. You know, watch the entire series, take notes. And then the thing here is this, guys. None of this matters if you don't go out and apply it to your business. You're gonna make a lot of money, but you need to go out there and work this system so you implement it in your company, and then you perfect it for yourself. So make sure that you guys are doing the application part. And then, as always, email me. I love hearing from you guys. You guys got any questions? You need the blueprint. You know, the 5 rounds, guys, they're part of my marketing system, right? I can see here, you can't see off camera, but that neighbor already took the 5 round off the door. That one's still on the door. That one is also. But that's part of our marketing blueprint, right? So make sure you email me and I'll send you guys out some stuff. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bubbles out. Guys, look at that. There you have it. We just finished this house and driveway together. You guys saw me doing the house. Just finished putting some concrete brightener on the driveway there. And there you have it. And I got some good news, guys. Guess what? We just picked up that neighbor right there. House wash for tomorrow. Guys, do not skip out on your 5 rounds. Remember this. The more you know, the more you'll grow.